Right now we've got one in a continuing series of interviews that Countdown have been doing. Here's Molly and Ultravox in London.
Right, this is Midge about Ultravox. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Australia. Welcome to Countdown. There you go. Quick. Second take. Listen, Chris, tell us a little bit about the band, how it first started, name.
Oh, it started about 6 years ago now.
Right.
And the name was, it's basically a name we thought of, and the record company hated it so much that we decided it's definitely got to be the name for the band. Yeah. We sort of were always a little bit out of time with everything else that was going on, you know. So although we was like the punk thing was contemporary to us, we was never actually involved with it, you know, as such. And so it was really strange for us, and the record company couldn't really handle it at all. They couldn't see why we wouldn't sort of bend that little bit towards punk and just ride on the crest of it, you know. So we decided to more or less always try and maintain our own way the whole time.
The first thing that happened in '77 when the punk thing emerged was there was meant to be no rules and you do exactly what you want.
Basically.
But that was rubbish because, you know, the first rule was you had to be stereotyped, you had to look like a punk, you had to sound like a punk. Yeah. So that was really limited. Now all that's dead and gone. All these bands, all these musicians who were holding themselves back to be part of a fashion have now emerged. They're writing really good music. There's a lot of really good new bands about. There's a whole new movement started up with like Spandau Ballet, Visage, Ultravox. There's a whole new style evolved around that. A whole new fashion scene. A whole new. There's a lot of clubs now. All the violence things disappeared, I'm glad to say.
Right.
Kids are into dressing up and just going out and having a good time.
Well, this is what Spandau Ballet was saying, of where, like, you know, it's back to sort of like people being proud of what they're wearing, you know, their clothes, the fashions and everything like that. Did you feel that within music, I mean, that again there can be some sort of progression through this period?
I think a lot of it actually goes back to sort of the earlier punk stuff, because like the companies now actually have taken notice of it, and I mean that was the start of opening everything up.
Right.
And now it's got to the point where it's not a fashionable thing anymore, and everyone's aware that it should be more open. Like before Christmas, there were one in the English charts. There wasn't one disco song, which has been like the first Christmas for 10 years or something, you know.
I wish you luck for the rest of '81. I mean, you've hit off with a really good start. You can't do much better than the first couple of weeks and have a hit single in the charts, can you? And you must come out.
Could have two.
Oh, right. That'd be good. Well, yes, Adam and the Answers to take over the charts, mate. And do come down to Australia sometime.
Will do.
All right. And when you come down, you've got to be on the show.
Right.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Midge.